Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything is good wherever you guys are. So, guys, Oscar De La Hoya is talking kind of crazy. Oscar De La Hoya has said that he wants Jaime Munguia to fight Dmitry Bivol at catchweight, which is absurd, to be honest with you, because we all know that ain't happening. But, Oscar De La Hoya wants to put that out there now. I think everybody is now looking at Dmitry Bivol since he's beat Canelo, that everybody wants to get in there with him, wants to put their fighter in there with him. He basically saying Jaime Munguia would fight anybody from 160 to 170, which is nonsense. Because, I mean, this is a guy that's not stepped up against anyone. He ducked the Android fight, and he's ducked probably other fights as well. But even the Charlo fight, didn't that fight get wasn't that fight being talked about and didn't happen? So for me, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, for me, I don't think Jaime Munguia is interested. I think he might fight Bivol for a payday, and Oscar De La Hoya might be ready to cash him out. Who knows? But if that's the case, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Jaime Munguia against Canelo. I mean, instead of the Ryder fight, I think I'd probably be more interested in that one. Even though I think it's a mismatch. But I think that would be more interesting. I think Munguia is probably a better fighter than Ryder, even though I think that would be an interesting fight. I think Ryder could beat Munguia. But I think that would be a good fight, Munguia v Canelo. I think it's a similar level of fight to Ryder, but I just think you might say Munguia slightly better, or similar level fighters. But Munguia's a better sell, and I think it would be a fight that more people will gravitate to than the Ryder fight, But to be honest with you, I don't think I don't think Munguia is a top tier fighter. I'm gonna be brutally honest, and I like the guy. He comes forward. He's a fighter. He's fighting. He comes across as a fighting man, but just don't think he's that great. I think he's technically flawed. I think he's a come forward fighter. Hasn't got a great skill set, but he's a decent fighter. But I mean, if he goes in there against Dmitry Bivol, he'll get absolutely schooled and battered, because Bivol, we're talking about one of the best fighters in the sport, and I mean technically unbelievable. I mean, the way Bivol boxes, moves. I mean, I think he would absolutely batter Munguia. I think he would stop him. I think he would stop Munguia. I think he'd beat Munguia up so badly. I think they'd have to stop the fight. One of them where the corner might have to throw in the towel, or he just knocks Munguia out, or the referee stops it, because I just don't think Munguia's on that level. I don't think Munguia can compete with Bivol. So I think that would be a crazy fight, and a fight that you would say that Oscar De La Hoya would be crazy to put his fighter in there against someone like Dmitry, because Dmitry Bivol is an excellent fighter, and I just don't think Munguia would be able to cope. Simple as that. Munguia cannot cope with a Bivol level fighter, especially when, not just that, I mean, the weight as well. I mean, Bivol is much bigger than the guy as well, so there's too many things on not on in Munguia's favor in that fight, and I just think he'd get picked apart. So I don't think Oscar De La Hoya is serious. I don't think he believes that Munguia could win that fight. Oscar De La Hoya does say a lot of things. I think he puts a lot of things out there, but does he believe everything he says? I don't think so. I think that would be a total mismatch, total one-sided fight, and I just don't think that's I don't think that's the right move. I don't think that's the right career move. I think Oscar De La Hoya should be looking to Oscar De La Hoya should be looking to make fights at 160. You got the likes of Charlo there, make that fight. You got the likes of Janabek, make that fight. Janabek's a world champion, but I don't know whether Oscar De La Hoya now is thinking, who do I feed, Munguia to, not in a disrespectful way, but who do I get Munguia to fight and make a quick payday? And Bivol's probably that guy after beating Canelo. He's probably that man, but there's no way Oscar De La Hoya is gonna. I mean, I think he would put him in there with Bivol, just because I think he's thinking, what do I do with Munguia? It's a stage where eventually a fighter has to step up. Same with Canelo, eventually had to step up against Mayweather. You know, eventually a fighter has to step up. And to be honest, Canelo had a lot of good names prior to that. Before Mayweather, Canelo had already fought a lot of good, decent fighters. But the Mayweather fight was the first major step up to that next level. Munguia is going to have to step up. But the one thing, if he's going to call someone out, he probably should have called out Canelo. And maybe they could have done that fight because Canelo's with DAZN, Munguia's with DAZN. I'm pretty sure they could have done that fight. And I think, like I said, it would have been a better sell. It would have been a better sell for Mexico fight or anywhere, because they're talking about the Ryder Canelo fight being in Mexico. That could have been in Mexico. That would have been massive. But maybe because of the fact that Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo don't really see eye to eye, whether that fight will ever happen, who knows? But yeah, that would have been a much better fight in terms of, I think, attracting the fans. Even though I think it's about a similar level fight. I don't think either fight is very competitive for Canelo. I think Canelo does a swift job on both guys, but you know, I think maybe Munguia would have been a better sell. But yeah, leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. Love to know your opinion. Smash the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.